You hear that noise? Shedra? Hi, and welcome, guys, to Motivational Monday. This month, make it our 6th month, every Monday from January to now. Thank you, all my faithful listeners who tune in every Monday to hear what I have to say. So, it's another month, and guys, it's beautiful for the 6 month mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. All right. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for the gift of a new day. We pray for peace in our homes, lives, and our country. Go before us wherever we go. May your angel watch over us and protect us from the virus and evil doers. Lift heavy burdens. Deal with those suffering with depression and anxiety. Calm all fears. Deal with those worry about their future. Father, you have the whole world in your hands. We trust you through the storm, rain, hurt, and pain. Victory belongs to you. Remember the hungry, the thirsty, the homeless, the jobless, and those in prison. Help us to open up the gift within us that we will change our lives, family lives, and the world. Give us courage, faith to step out and go after our goals and dreams. Remember our essential workers. Bless our day. Make us a blessing. Thank you. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. Um, I know we have rain today, rain tomorrow, but we're thankful that it's not snow. And I know for the past few days has been a little cool outdoors, Mother Nature, but we're still thankful that we could still enjoy at least a start to the summer, and just vibes in, just vibes in. So how have you all been? Hi, Marlene, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing good. All right, so this week, my health, I have to read something. This is my health segment, guys. All right. And today I will be talking about breast cancer. What is breast cancer? Cells in the body normally divided only when new cells are needed. Sometimes cells in part of the body grows and divide out of control, which creates a mass of tissue called a tumor. If the cells that grow out of control are normal cells, the tumor is cancelled. Begin. If, however, the cells that are growing out of control are abnormal and don't function like the body normal cell, the tumor is called malignant. Cancers are named after the part of the body from which they originate. Breast cancer originates in the breast tissue, like other cancers. Breast cancer can invade and grow into tissue surrounding the breast. If it can also travel to other parts of your body, form new tumors, a process called metastasis. Who get breast cancer? Breast cancer is the most common cancer among women other than skin cancer. Increasing age is the most common risk factor for developing breast cancer, with 66% of breast cancer patients being diagnosed after the age of 55. Does breast cancer affect women of all races equally? Yes. Does a beginner breast condition mean that I have higher risk of getting cancer? Benign breast condition really increase your risk of breast cancer. Some women have biopsies that shows a condition called hyperplasia, excessive cell growth. This condition increase your risk only slightly. What are the types of breast cancers? Inflammatory deoxia. This cancer starts in the milk ducts of breast. It then breaks through the walls of the duct and invade the surrounding tissue in the breast. This is the most common form of breast cancer, accounting for 80% of cases. So we know that breast cancer, when we take in a shower, we always raise our hand, and then you do your breast examination to make sure that there's no lumps, while you're having a shower, while you're lying down, you could always feel to make sure, that you are okay. That is one way of doing the examination by yourself. Another way, you go to your GYN on a yearly basis to check up and make sure that everything is okay. I know a lot of women, sometimes they don't seek medical attention. Our bodies sometimes tend to give us warning signs, and we have to take care of those warning signs. Sometimes, I have a lot of friends who died from breast cancer. My niece, Leslie, and she is a survivor of breast cancer. I mean, it was very hard for me, in the sense of flying away every week to Orlando with her, going to chemotherapy, dialysis. I mean, they get very dark. Sometimes it doesn't agree with you. The medication have you vomiting, diarrhea. I mean, you lose your hair, hiding, and breast cancer. Hi, Shawnette. Breast cancer. It's hi. Yes, Anthony. Men get not breast cancer, but prostate cancer and stuff. But it's not really it's more common in women than men. But what are the risk factors of breast cancer? Like many conditions, risk factor for breast cancer fall into categories of things you can control and things that you cannot control. Risk factors affect your chances of getting a disease. But having a risk factor doesn't mean that you are guaranteed to get a certain disease. Controllable risk factors for breast cancer: alcohol consumption. The risk of breast cancer increases with the amount of alcohol consumed. For instance, women who consume 2 or 3 alcoholic beverages daily have approximately 20% higher risk of getting breast cancer than women who do not drink at all. Body weight. Being obese is a risk factor for breast cancer. It is important to eat a healthy diet and drink a lot of water, or don't drink at all any alcohol. Breast implants. Having silicone breast implants and resulting scar tissue make it harder to distinguish problem on a regular mammogram. It is best to have a few more images, called implants displacement views, to improve the examination. There is also a rare cancer called amploplastic larger cells that is associated with implants. Choosing not to breastfeed. Not breastfeeding can raise the risk. Using hormone-based prescription. This includes using hormonal replacement therapy during menopause for more than 5 years and taking certain types of birth control pills. Non-controllable risk factors for breast cancer. Being a woman. Although men do get breast cancer, it is far more common in women. Breast density. You are at high risk of breast cancer if you have dense breasts. It can also make it harder to see tumors during mammogram. That is like me. Every time I go to have my mammogram, they always send me for a sonogram because I have small breasts. So sometimes, they don't see it properly. So then I have to go now and do a sonogram. Getting older as a factor. A majority of new breast cancers diagnoses come after the age of 55. Reproductive factors. These include getting your period before the age of 12, entering menopause after 55, having no children, or having your first child after 30. Exposure to radiation. This type of exposure could result from having many x-rays from being treated with radiation to the chest area, having a family history of breast cancer, or having genetic mutation related to certain types of breast cancer. Family history. That includes having a first degree relative, mother, sister, daughter, father, brother, son, with breast cancer poses a higher risk for you. If you have more than one relative on either side of your family with breast cancer, you have a higher risk in terms of genetic mutation. These include all the genes. Having already had breast cancer, the risk is higher for you if you have already had breast cancer or certain types of benign breast conditions such as lupa, chlamydia, insta, docolia, and hypolaska. Exposure to was prescribed to some pregnant women in the United States. What are the warning signs? A lump or thickening in the near the breast, in the underarm, and persist through the menstrual cycle. A mass or lump which may feel as small as a pea. A change in the size, the shape, or contour of your breast. A blood stain or clear fluid discharge from your nipples. A change in the look or feel the skin on the breast or nipples, dimples, pop, sclery, or inflame. Redness of the skin on the breasts or nipples, an area that is distinctly different from any other on either breast. A marble-like hardness area under the skin. So guys, you have to do your self-examination. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, ladies, especially the I'm talking to. Go see a doctor, take your checkup. It's a yearly checkup to GYN, and make sure that you're okay. This is my health tip for today, breast cancer. Welcome, welcome again, everyone. Subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, Phyllis Warrell. Okay, I have a special guest tonight, and he is fantastic. He's a good friend of mine, and I will just give you his bio. Benny F. was born in the Bronx, New York. He attended and graduated with a BA in Mass Communication from Morris College in Summer, South Carolina. He began his director journey in 2011 by directing and filming local artists, music videos, and establishing the film company Beats Season Film. In 2016, he released his first film, a short entitled Timeless Guilt. And I got my Timeless cup tonight for my friend. I have watched it. Y'all could log on to YouTube, okay? He wrote, produced, edited, filmed, and acted in as well. With the show having great reviews and winning awards, Benny followed up with Timeless Guilt, the series, in 2018. At the end of 2019, he was inspired to write a film in his feature called Inexistent, which is now making its way through the film festival market. Besides filmmaking, Benny also loves sports and traveling. Benny is a proud member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Guys, let's welcome Benny.
Hey, hey, how you doing, Miss Green?
Hi,
How you
welcome,
doing?
welcome.
Hey, how you doing? Everything's good?
Yes, thank you for taking some time for my Motivational Monday. It's a pleasure to have you. You can introduce yourself.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm go by Benny F. I'm a film director from the Bronx, New York. Currently live in Queens. And yes, that's basically it. I love doing film. Been doing film since 2011. We have a new film, like she said, in existence. We're making our way to the film festivals and see what happens after that. Pitch it, some interviews. Goes on after that.
Yeah. So what first got you into the filming? What first got you into liking this?
Um, well, I was like entertainment in a kind of way, ever since I was a kid, um, and in college. Uh, I graduated mass communication. So when I got out, I was in South Carolina.
Right.
Uh, South Carolina is very slow when it comes to work field, um, especially in mass comm. So I remember wanting to come back home to visit, and my mom, she got me a ticket, came back home, and then she's telling me to stop applying for jobs out there. I'm like, nah, I want to go back down south. But once you go down south, it's hard to make the transition back to New York.
Yeah.
That's totally hard. Because I was used to the slow, life. Is when you come to this upbeat New York, it's a different. So I mean, she started this applying for me, and I mean, within a week I was getting callbacks. So I
Right.
was like, nah, maybe I don't know, maybe I might try it. So I did a camera gig job, and then I did a basketball coaching job, and then after that I got a job with Fox 5.
Right.
And when I got a job with Fox 5, I said, you know what, maybe my mom might be onto something. I might need to come back home to New York.
Right.
But in South Carolina, you'll go months without having a job. So yeah, so I made the move back to New York, and after I left Fox, it was kind of hard to get back into that. So that's when I decided to start, doing my own film company. I didn't want to wait for another, station or someone else to give me the opportunity. I had to
Right.
make the opportunity myself by doing it, myself and learning more about the craft. And every day I learn about it. I study about it. Every time I
Right.
do a movie or a new show, I start from scratch and try to, learn stuff that I even though I think I already know it. I
Right.
go back out and I do more research on it. And I try to teach myself again.
Right.
So I've never stopped learning when it comes to filmmaking.
So who inspired you? Your mom, you would say, or who gave you the drive?
Well, my mom for having me come back to New York. The drive. Um, I would say a lady named Miss Roy out in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Um, she's the one that really got me into the acting.
Right.
It's kind of a crazy story how I really got into this, and it started off with acting. Um, so I was in what's my sophomore year in college, and we have electives. So
Mm.
to me, electives is not like real classes, but they are real classes. You need them to graduate.
Right.
But so my guidance counselor, she's also was a teacher at the school,
Hmm.
and she wanted me to take her course, which was like old literature. So I wrote for the course. Um, and I think the first day was a Wednesday or Monday. And she told us we had like a 12-page paper due by like Friday. So I'm like, I'm not doing a 12-page paper for an elective class. It's not really a real class. But so I told her I wanted to, drop out the class. And she was like, oh, no. And then, I convinced her. She looked up another class. And it was, she told me there was a drama class, only drama class that was open. And I'm like, what's this drama class? She said, well, you got to, basically acting and you have to put on a play by the end of the semester. So I'm like, oh, that seemed like a class I could play around in. Let me take that class. So I took that class, and I think that class kind of like changed my whole vision and my focus, because with that, there was a play called Raising the Sun, and I was supposed to play like a small role in it. So what happened was the main character dropped out like 2 weeks before the we were supposed to go on.
Right.
And she asking people like, "Oh, can you replace him? Can you do that?" And I didn't want to do it because I went to HBCU college, and I know my
Yeah.
folks, they gonna laugh at you. They gonna boo you off stage if you horrible. Black people don't play out there. So I was like, nah, I'm not. I can't do it. And she was persistent, please, please, and finally said yes. And I think that's the most studying I ever did in my life. Trying to learn a main role in 2 weeks was very challenging to me, and I did it. Learned the lines. We performed it. We killed it. We got recognition from the dean. We did encores, and that's how I got into acting. She actually said, "Man, you did so well that you need to come to the drama club." And when
Right.
I came to the drama club, and they made me the president right away. I didn't even really know anything, but they made me the president right away. And I guess it was my first real form of leadership.
Right.
And since then, that's when I started, taking the craft serious, and my grades started proving, and the
Right.
rest is yeah.
So
Mhm.
let's run a little clip on what we have here.
Okay.
We're gonna run a little clip.
6 years ago, my life changed. It was a normal, quiet night on the boardwalk until I heard an innocent scream.
Yo, what's going on over there?
Who would ever thought it would have created a timeless impact on my life till this very day? I should have said something earlier. I could have saved the one woman I truly loved. But that one night changed it all. But now, with the help of those around me and a reporter investigating, will this guilt ever subside? Will we find out who kidnapped Christine? And who was the man that knew me and my daughter? We'll find out. It's time to kill the secret.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That was
Very,
that.
very good.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a series. We did that series 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. Yeah,
Yes.
time to get the series.
So what who who would you like to collaborate with? You have anybody that you think you want to work with? Like
Um,
somebody special, a dream, Speak it into
oh,
existence.
speak it to existence. Who would I love to work with? Um, there's many. There's really a lot of dope producers out there and directors, like from um, Benny Boom to Spike Lee. Spike Lee is definitely someone
Yeah.
I say I want to definitely get a chance to work with, or even shadow, or learn something from him. But Spike Lee is definitely the top, one of the tops,
Right.
and
So
Denzel
what
Washington.
Nice. So what is one message you would like to give your fans? I mean, timeless guilt.
Mhm.
You make a series now. You have other things coming out, and I mean, timeless guilt is done. I mean, I look at it. I mean, tell your fans, to subscribe, like, share. I know
Yeah,
too that you have win
mhm.
awards and stuff too, right?
Yeah. We win awards. I'm actually in the award room right now. Best writer, producer. We won. My assistant director Anthony Box went out there to go accept that award in Atlanta, but we won a film festival out there in Atlanta for
Nice.
best series. Um, but yeah, we have a new movie from the creators of Timeless Guild called In Existence. The trailer's out for that now as well. We just submitted to about 10 film festivals, so we waiting the words to get the word back now. But we
Right.
should have a premiere in August. August we'll have a premiere, so I'm not too sure where it's going to be at. The
Right.
information definitely in August we'll have a premiere. So anybody want to come out and watch it? It's the same people who did Timeless Guild, same creators. There's a new cast, but it's a dope concept. So like a Fatal Attraction kind of thriller. So if you like those Fatal Attraction thriller movies, you'll love this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you feel the internet has impacted your timeless guilt and your work and the things that you're producing out here?
The internet. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, like internet and social media, it helped out a lot when it comes to marketing. We at the time now where everything is social media, everything is the internet. It's way different than before. Everybody have access to a camera, to editing software, and you got a platform to put it out. Before, back
Right.
in the day, it wasn't. It was, you got to rely on Hollywood or a TV station to put your stuff out there. Now you can put your stuff out there online, like YouTube. You could do shows, you could do whatever. You could put it on Instagram, Twitter. It's so helpful to those who really wants to be filmmakers, and it inspires you. And then, it's easy to get out there, and that's what I would say. Just, if you want to do it, it's easy to do it. Go ahead and do it now.
I have a question here from Afia. She's asking if you do mentor other kids, or do you mentor other in the arts for performing students?
Oh yes, definitely. I have before. Definitely. I love to mentor. It's very hard out here, and a lot of things I wish I knew growing up or coming into the film industry. I wish I had somebody to tell me, a mentor to tell me like that. So I definitely, I love to mentor. Um, anyone who needs one, always, have my information and could definitely hit me up. I'm more than happy to give my advice to anyone.
Right. I have a question here from Anthony. He said, "Would you like to work with Tyler Perry?"
Oh yes, I forgot about Tyler Perry. Of course, Tyler Perry. That's the king right there, man. He actually came from nothing. He came from nothing. He was sleeping in his car, and look at him now. He. That's all you hear is Tyler Perry.
And he started just like you. He started off just like you, making CDs. I remember a long time. You
Hmm.
remember us buying these DVDs, and look
Yeah,
at them
Medea.
today,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, he's bringing Medea back too. He retired Medea, but now he's bringing it back. So there's a new
Nice.
show coming out. But yeah, Tyler Perry. I actually, I don't know how he slipped my mind, but I would put him number one because
Number one.
he has, his work ethic is crazy. Because all those shows he's doing, he writes them himself. So that's definitely inspiration right there. Tell you that you have to stay, if that's your craft and you love what you do, you got to stay at it. No days off.
So within your creative process, you write, you produce, you edit, you do everything. What goes into that from someone who is aspiring to become something or to walk in your footstep? What advice can you give them?
Like I said earlier, you have to study and look up. We're at a time now that everything is at our fingertips.
Right.
We don't need to go to a encyclopedia, go to the library, look it up. Everything is there on the internet, and YouTube will have to be your best friend.
Yes.
I always say I have 2 degrees. I have a degree from Morris College, and I have a degree in YouTube because I'm always on YouTube watching tutorials. You just gotta type it in and how to do this, how to do that. It's there. Watch the whole thing, study it, try it out, practice, and don't be afraid to fail because it will happen. But you'll see your growth. But always study, man. Watch those YouTube clips. That's something I always tell everybody.
So what advice you would say for the upcoming artist or performer who is struggling, to make it out here? I know you have to have the equipment, you have to have everything. I mean, starting off, you have to cut. You gotta just buy a little equipment probably on Amazon, and you start off there. But is there avenue, or from your experience you can share something for them?
Yeah, well, I understand like the equipment could be expensive sometimes, but if you're starting now, you shouldn't even try to go for those expensive equipment. Everybody has access to a camera, which is your cell phone. There's movies now that's being shot with their cell phones. Ever since
Yes.
I think iPhone with 8 or 6, they started showing the movies with those. So, just use your camera on your phone. Get a quick editing software. It's not that expensive. And just practice doing that. And when you get better, then you could gradually go up maybe to a camera that's maybe $300-500, get something like that. But then, you know, start doing stuff like that. And then another thing too, when you say you want to start doing like music video, like you want to make a profit over it,
Yeah.
you just can't say you're a director or one of these and just go out there and start charging. You got to go there and do sample. You got to do
Right.
some free gigs first. That's how I started. I wanted
Right.
to. starting doing music videos for people. I had a friend that lives in my building, and he was a rapper. So I hit him up and I told him, like, I'll shoot a video for you for free, whatever.
Right. Just to
And
get your name out there and stuff.
so I see what I could do. And, I did the song for him. People loved the video. And, that's when I started getting hit ups like, oh, I seen that video,
Right.
So you got to do the first one, got to be on the house.
Yeah,
But
you gotta be free.
you got to be free at first because you want your name out there. You just can't just jump in there and say, hey,
Yeah,
I'm a director, I'm going to charge all this money. You can't do that.
yeah,
You know,
you gotta test the waters.
I have to test the waters. Yeah.
So I know
Yeah.
you love basketball. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, I started off playing basketball. I'm pretty tall. um, I'm pretty
Well, how
tall.
tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 6'5". I'm six
Right.
five. So, yeah, so I was me and my age as a kid. I started getting my growth spurt around maybe 11, 12. But I started playing basketball around 9. And that's all I used to know was just basketball. I played in high school. I played in college. Um, I tried out for the D League.
Right.
But once that was, I did that to I didn't want any regrets.
Right.
Saying,
Right.
damn, I mean, I should have, I said, let me try out for this D League. Made the first cut, got cut the second one, but I was still pleased with me just, going out there. I didn't go out there and say, let me not do it because I'm gonna fail. I did it, so I'm pleased with the fact that I didn't, go to that level, but I
Yes.
tried.
Well,
So,
too, you could do well in modeling too.
thanks. I appreciate it. I'm past my prime, but thank you, though. You're making me blush for cameras. Thank you, thank
so so with you now, so how do you get your cast? Like, who helps you? How do you get them?
you. Well, the first movie I did was people I knew. 'Cause I know you know half of them. In my
Yes.
first movie, Patrick, Jerome, Miguel.
Yes.
So it was basically people who I knew, and it was the same thing, testing the waters. I couldn't go out there and say, you know what, I'm a film director. Come in my movie. No, I did with people I knew, and then after I did that, that's when I started putting out auditions. So now what we do is do auditions. I have a EP, which is her name is Alicia Wright, and another girl named Fiona who normally helps me with the casting. We'll put it out there on social media, internet, on post. There's another thing called Backstage, where we have most of our listings that and our casting calls, and we do that. And we'll have we have audition. This in existence, we had a virtual audition since
Okay. How did that went? And
well, in existence was as soon as the script was done, it was done like January 2020. So we was really about to go into motion, and it was March, I believe, mid March. We were supposed to have an interview with the union, um,
okay.
the Screen Actors Guild union, and they canceled the one. Our meeting was the first one to get canceled because of the COVID situation. So we
Yeah.
had a production back. We ended up picking production back up in last November.
Hmm.
And we shot from November to March. Really January, we shot one little scene in March. But and that was kind of challenging as well, trying to shoot during the pandemic. We
Yeah. Yeah. How
all
has that affected you guys?
that affected us big time, especially trying to get locations. Locations was hard to get because establishments is not just gonna just let you go in there and let you film to put a code.
Yes.
There was a lot of restrictions. A lot of places that we wanted to get were saying no. We're closed. So
Yeah.
we make way and see what we got. I think we did pretty well when it came to locations, but it was very challenging. Trying to get a bookstore. But we followed protocols. Everybody in the crew kept their mask on.
Very good.
Try to stay distant as much as possible. Only time they didn't have a mask on is the actors. If they was acting, it was showing the video,
Yes.
but they put the mask back on. If we are shooting from behind one of the actors, they have their mask on while the camera is showing the person without the mask on, and then
Okay.
vice versa. So that's how we was able to pull it off for
Right.
most of the scenes. Um, But yeah, it was challenging. It was different, but
Yeah, now I'm going to ask you what kind of challenges you face,
yeah. So those definitely challenges. It definitely made it a lot harder than it already is, because it is a hard. Making a film is very hard because you really have to deal with a lot, especially dealing
Yes.
with a whole dealing with different personalities, because it's a big cast. Um, trying to find locations. Then your people that you're working with, your staff, making sure they're available, making sure everybody's happy. So it's very challenging. Getting the right shots, lighting. So it's pre-production, production, post-production. All that it's extremely hard. But doing that during the pandemic, I wouldn't advise that to do that again. Like, no,
Yeah.
it's hard.
So what goes into the creative process? How you come up with these characters and what vision you go out there and what goes on with
Uh,
that?
yeah. So what comes with that is this. It's hard. It's
So how do you come up with, okay, well, timeless guilt, let's go with that. What vision you take to go with timeless guilt, and you come now with episode 1, episode 2. So I know there is have to be a thought process going into different stage.
yeah. So with Thomas Gill, it was crazy. I was actually So Thomas Gill is about. Let me just tell you. So Thomas Gill is about a father who was walking home,
Yeah,
and
and you see I got my glass.
yeah.
Timeless.
Time
Cheers.
this. Yeah, so a father was walking home and he witnessed a little girl getting kidnapped.
Yes.
And the kidnappers threatened him and his daughter, saying, "If you say anything, we know who you are." He couldn't see their faces, but we know who you are, and you say something, we're gonna come after you and your daughter. So he had a decision to make, whether to, help this little girl out, or protect his own daughter. And you see
Right.
the decision that he made kind of affect a lot, in the future.
Yeah.
So I was watching the episode of Law and Order one day, and Law and Order got a lot of kidnapping and
Yes.
things going on. So I was thinking one day, like, what happened if somebody seen a little girl get kidnapped? Now, this is in state of the hood,
Right.
and the number one rule in the hood is no snitching. Y'all
Yeah.
know that no snitching.
Yeah.
So that rule still applies if you seen a little girl get kidnapped. That's what I thought. I was like, do that rule still apply? Like, and then that's when the wheels start turning. Like, oh, so it was going to be more of he didn't snitch because of a hood thing. Then I was like, now let's make it more family oriented. Let's give him a reason why he didn't snitch, or a reason why
Right.
let's give him a daughter. So that's the reason why he didn't say anything. So, that's how the wheels started turning. So, and when it came to the series, it was just pretty much easy like that. I just see all the characters that was in the movie, and
Yeah.
I just gave them a supporting character for them.
Nice.
So it was pretty easy to write the series.
But that's a lot of thinking, right?
Yeah, you got time to, you don't want to rush the process, but it's definitely a lot of thinking. It's fun though.
So what advice you have to give anybody out there? What motivates you? What keeps you going? What
Um,
keeps you calm?
what
Because
keeps
you're like a big teddy bear to me, right?
yeah. What keeps me calm is um I don't know, just so much out there to learn. Like, just I never stop learning, so I just know, like, it just keeps me going because I always want to learn new. I want to learn every. I mean, I do a lot in the film thing as already, but I want to learn more. Like, I want to get better in, like, the lighting situation. I want to get better with the camera movements. But
Mhm.
that's what motivates me. Just keep learning, and I just love the craft. I love going to these film festivals. I love, when people watch the film and say, that was a good film, I could relate, or when's the next one coming out? We need another episode. Where's season 2? We only did a season 1. We might do a season
Right.
2. I'm not sure, but
Right.
that was motivates me when people come up and you like, I get a hit up from a stranger and ask me about season 2 or stuff like that.
Nice. I know you said too in your bio that you love traveling. Which country you like best since traveling? Do
Oh,
you have a favorite or favorites?
uh, like Jamaica was fun. Jamaica was really fun. Um,
Did you understand them? Because I know you're American and you know the Jamaicans have a twang. So did you understand?
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I was born here, but my roots. My roots are from Montserrat. So I
Oh,
represent.
oh, you have Montserrat. Oh, have you been to
Yeah,
Montserrat yet?
yeah. My mom's, huh?
Have you been?
Yeah.
Have you visited?
No, no, I haven't been. I was gonna take my grandmother
It's
back.
supposed to be beautiful over there.
It is. I know we have our carnival around December. I was gonna take my grandmother because she always talks about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I missed that opportunity. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go probably with my mom's or something like that one day.
So you have Caribbean roots.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And you like your hard wine.
I love my stop it, stop it. I love the hard wine. I got put on. I got put on from a nice Trini woman for that. But yeah, I love my hard wine. Yeah,
You haven't
yeah.
been to our carnival yet, right?
Nah, every time I wanted to go, something came up, and everybody talks about it. That's the biggest carnival. That is the carnival.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, yeah.
that is the carnival, man. I want to go out there and wild out. It's
Yeah.
carnival. That's my job. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was dope. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I know you know, you're doing a fantastic job. And I
Thank you.
know someone out there is listening. I know there's a lot of new artists upcoming, face a lot of challenges. And
Yeah.
sometimes, hearing it from experience to let them know that they're not alone. They
Mhm.
have mentors, you can give them your YouTube, your Instagram handles, and they can go look at your stuff, look at your creativity, because I think your creativity is above,
Thank you.
and seeing that you're young, so you're bringing a lot to the youths. You're bringing a lot of different things to the youth too, to look forward to, and it have a positive story behind it. And that's what I love, the
Thank you.
positivity. And, we could always relate. As you
Yes.
say, living in the hood, a lot of people don't understand. Living in the hood is no snitching and different
Yeah.
rules applies. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's
Definitely.
always good that each one teach one, I think, in
Mm.
our upbringing and being humble.
Yeah. Gotta be humble. Gotta be humble.
But
Yeah. I mean,
I love
yeah.
your accomplishment, and you're doing great. Keep,
Thank you so much.
aiming for the skies. Keep there. I want to see you get an award. I'll be watching, be cheering. Hey, I know.
I know you
I
will.
got him on my Motivational Monday.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, y'all can follow me. I'm Benny Flames. So Benny Flames FLAMES, or Beast Season Films. Anybody looking for a mentor or anything, you can always hit me up. I'm always available. Any questions? Um, and yeah, got In Existence coming out soon.
Nice, in existence. So
Mm.
good. So we can always, stay tuned for it. And again, thank you for your time, E. I know you're busy, but thank you for taking the time. You
Thank you
can
for
watch
having me.
this episode on Phyllis Worrell on YouTube. We'll upload it there. You can
Yeah,
share it,
I will.
and we just sharing love, vibes
Yeah,
in on a Monday evening,
yeah.
just living love. You know how it goes.
Keep doing your thing. I love this. Keep doing your thing. This is
Thank
this
you, E.
dope show. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. So
All
you
right.
have a blessed and wonderful night.
All
I
right.
hope I
You too.
didn't take much of your time.
All right.
I
Thank
try to
you.
compact everything because I know you're a busy man.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
All right.
Thank you,
Peace
everybody.
out.
All
All
right.
right.
Later. Bye.
Okay. Yes, guys, there you have it. Benny Film. Again, Timeless Guilt. You can catch him on YouTube. He gave you his handles on Instagram. Let me tell you, it's a great, great short film. Like, share. He's a young brother. I know him for the past 14 years. He's a co-worker of mine. This is his side job he does. I mean, he's doing fantastic. He's doing a great, great job. Hi, Shaki. You know, Again, thank you guys. This is our 6th month. Could you believe it? 6 months. Motivational Monday. I've never missed a Monday. I always deliver. You know, we had hiccup here and there, but life is not perfect. So, you know, it's good if we make a little hiccup sometime. That keeps it steamy, you know. But guys, I have sister coming back on the 21st to bless us up. We're gonna continue from where we left off. I have some other guests coming up, DJ Spice, you know, and and just keep bringing it to you guys. If you want to hear about a particular topic, inbox me. We'll discuss it. I can probably get someone on who's more versed in it so we could talk about it. Um, Again, mental illness is real. We have to talk about it. We have to acknowledge it. And, we have to talk to people and discuss things. A lot of our generation hide a lot of stuff. Nowadays, the generation, we have to talk and be open with them, and support them. Support them, support them. We are not here to judge them. All we could do is be a pillar for them. We could be here to, rub the hands. We are not here to judge. We are here to support. Our lifestyle to their lifestyle might be different, but we just have to love them. The world need love. A lot of people love less. Hurt people, and we gotta take that out of the equation, and we gotta surround ourselves with people that loves us and who supporting us. And as I told you all again, my circle has gotten very, very small because as I grow older, I realize who got my back and who don't. So I try to keep the people that are around me very close and dear. The people that don't want to be around me or I don't want to be around them, they far away. I love them from a distance. Nothing wrong with loving people from a distance. Sometimes you gotta love people from a distance, even your own family. You understand? So there's nothing wrong with loving from a distance. You don't have to love near all the time. You can love from a distance, spread your joy, right? So have a wonderful and blessed week, guys. Stay tuned for Swag 2, 3rd of July. Hi, Terrian. 3rd of July. We swagalicious. Remember, I have a best dress for women and a best dress for men. So you know how I deliver, guys. We're gonna brunch. We're gonna start early. It's 2 to 8:30. Shaki, I hope that you can leave Houston and come to my swag event. Okay. All those that have supported me already and purchased their ticket, thank you so much, guys. It's only love, love, love. Thanks again to my nephew, Shadrach Warrell. He's the producer. He's the one that is hooking me up, and he's the one that have us going without a hiccup. I can't say much more. Shadrach, thank you so, so much. Again, guys, love you guys. Mwah. Peace out and have a blessed week. Cheers.